and everyone is at their Spring Festival in China. Yes, but so the colleges and university in China enter the winter holiday. They are not at school, but the new term started usually at the end of February or the beginning of March. So a lot of schools decide to teach remotely, use different kind of tools. The China's Ministry of Education published some documents to require colleges and university nationwide to offer online teaching. And there are a lot of learning resources, such like MOOCs, and also some tools for online teaching. For example, live streaming, the tool like Zoom, and also Tencent meeting. There's also another software like Zoom. Also, a lot of other software are used combined together. Different universities have their own solution for remote teaching for this term. It's very special for all the educators and all the students this month. XuetangX is a learning platform, especially an online learning platform founded by Tsinghua University. And we're offering MOOCs, and we also offer a teaching tool called Ring Classroom. XuetangX.com is a MOOCs platform that offers more than 2,000, nearly 3,000 MOOCs in Chinese. And also, Ring Classroom is a tool for teaching. As a lot of professors and students in China are using, the number is increasing very rapid in the last 2 months. For example, in XuetangX, there are more than 20 million users using MOOCs in the past 2 months. And for Ring Classroom, it's a tool. If there's no this virus situation, Ring Classroom is a tool used inside a classroom. For example, a teacher and the students use this tool to interact in a physical classroom. There are also some tools for them to record all the learning activity or do some quizzes, posts, and different other kind of activity together. And all the data of the learning and teaching activity are all records and can be analyzed by machines and computers. A lot of machine learning methods can be done during the process of the system. But when the virus situation is going to be a big problem for education, especially for higher education, Ring Classroom become another powerful tool for remote teaching. A lot of teachers use these tools. They can use this use Ring Classroom alone, or also you can use Ring Classroom to combine with Zoom or Talk. This is another software in China. But together, we can combine together. There are a lot of reverse usage of the different softwares we can use together. For example, in Tsinghua University, there are almost 8% of the professors and educators use Ring Classroom. Inside this 8%, there are also 1/2 of the educators use Ring Classroom and Zoom together. So they can take full advantage of each software. Yes, that's the practice we did in Tsinghua University and also a lot of others universities in China.
So to make it clear, do you meaning that in this situation at Tsinghua University use the combination of tools, including like MOOC, where is the courses that students can learn on their own pace, right? So that is the one channel that teacher can assign student to use. And the second one, you use Brain Classroom.
I actually clear this opinion is that MOOCs is not used alone. For example, we use MOOCs before class. So the students learn knowledges, concepts from MOOCs, and then they will take online teaching together, discuss what we have learned.
The live section, right? Okay,
yes.
so the live session, teacher use Rain Classroom, where like earlier it's be the complement tools, but now become the tool to use in this remote situation, right?
Yes. We have some functions of remote teaching. For example, live streaming for teachers' desktop. They can share their screens and okay, share camera recording to students. So the teacher also have a lot of other functions in Ring Classroom. We call it a toolkit for teachers to use different kind of tool to, for example, if a teacher starts a slideshow in his teaching, every student can get each slide on their cell phone. And under each slide, there is one button. Well, in Chinese, we call it 不懂, but in English, it means I don't understand this slide. So the students can just press this button, and the teacher knows how many students do not understand this slide. And this button is pressed very, very often during the online teaching. So it's a very great tool. A lot of students talk to me too. It's like a like button in some social network for teaching. We can make this like that. And also there are some other tools for teacher. For example, there are tools in Ring Classroom for evaluation. For example, teachers can easily use Ring Classroom to post a problem to students. Students can answer through their cell phone or through their computer. And the help of Ring Classroom, a lot of teachers can do these quizzes test very easily. They do not use, they cannot, they just use Ring Classroom. The tool itself can do a lot of things. There are also some communication tools. In Chinese, it's very popular for younger students. We call it 弹幕 in Chinese. I don't know how to translate. It's just like in Chinese means a running subtitle across the screen. So the students can type text. So after he press send, his comments can go across the button of the teacher's screen. If everyone, for example, a teacher may ask students one question. So if he's sharing his screen, everyone can see how many people send tests, comments to the teacher.
The response,
so all the subtitle is flying through the screen. Everyone can see what other people think about that question. Yes.
Do you know what you addressing about the assessment and evaluation is become one of our challenging, because in Thailand now we are in the middle of the semester toward the end, and many professors start to talk how can we move from the traditional assessment to the online, and in terms of the how to make it to be sure that that student really be the one who take the exam. So any suggestion about that?
Yes, there are in our practice there are two solutions for that. One is we call a strict solution for evaluation, online evaluation. We use a system in XuetangX that we call it a real person evaluation system. Before students log in the system, first we will check their face, use the face recognition system to recognize whether this student is exactly the student that the account is logged in. And during the time of the test, the program will record the camera and also his desktop screen randomly during the test. For example, if a test takes 1 hour, we will take the picture of his face and also record his computer desktop pictures 10 times during the whole test. After the test, he submits all the answers. The camera will also recognize his face again. So this is one solution for the online examination for, with the help of the face recognition. This is one solution. Another solution we suggest a lot of users to do is to not make the examination once, but make the examination separately into every lesson, every teaching activity. For example, you may take one examination contains maybe 30 problems. You can put the 30 problems into different lessons. After each lesson, you can use Ring Classroom to have tests with students. It is very hard and difficult for students to do some fake answer or fake login during every lesson. So it's also another tool for another solution for that.
Okay, very, very interesting. I think like it will work with
I'm
us
not sure whether I have talked my idea very clearly.
It will work like especially the second option, because the first option we may have to rely on the technical, you know, the new technical support, but the second option is something that we can do it right away, that, you know, to break it down into small pieces of the exam. So, and to be sure that, you know, that student really, you know, like meet the requirement or the objective of the course. So, Michael, do you have like any anything would like to
I really enjoy the lesson learned from Mr. Wang a lot. I can definitely say that you are, in terms of using technology, you are perhaps top of the world. You have the face recognition system, you have the technology that will detect the student cheating. So that is very cool. And I hope that one day we all gonna have that kind of system implemented. In terms of utilization, would that be common in all of the schools and universities in China yet, or it is limited to some institutions at the moment?
Excuse me, can you repeat that question? I'm so sorry.
You mentioned about the real-time evaluation system, real cost evaluation system, where you have the face recognition and you also have the video recording. That kind of system, at the moment, it is for only a few institutions, or it is everywhere in China?
It's used in, there are nearly maybe 200 universities and colleges in China right now. Yes, of course. Well, this system is not designed for this time, this situation, the worry situation, but also we use this 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Of course, a lot of MOOCs, they need a very strict online examination test for that. Yes. Of course, there are some certificates, they need such technology to identify the users.
And we also learned another thing. We learned that in China, Zoom is also one of the tools that you use for live class. Because some tools might work in China and some tools might not. So now we learned that Zoom is one of the tools that we can use if we communicate with professors or lecturers in China.
Yes, like Zoom, there are also some other softwares. It's very similar. One is called Tencent Meeting. It's a very similar software like Zoom. But there are a lot of software used for chat, used for communication. It's also will be used in online teaching like Talk and other, for example, WeChat. Also, teachers use different kinds of software to combine together, like what I just said, Ring Classroom in XuetangX.
I see. And
we start to use WeChat with our Chinese friends too. That's the way that we start learning about WeChat. Yes.
The only problem is when we go to China, we cannot add our money to WeChat. We are not allowed because we don't have the license. We don't have the identification card.
Yes, it's very, very convenient in China to use WeChat Pay to buy everything. Yes.
Okay. So I think like thank you so much, Mr. Wang from Tsinghua University, that we have learned a lot from you, and like it is such a great news that we heard about the situation in China is getting better and better. So thank you, and
thank you.
And in the future we may if I have a chance, so keep in touch, and we may ask you again about like other related things about XuetangX and also the online teaching in Tsinghua. So
thank you
so very much. We very appreciate.
What about the situation in Thailand right now? I mean the epidemic situation.
I think for the academic situation, we totally online, and
epidemic. It is getting more serious because the government about to introduce curfew. It means we will not be able to leave home at night for a certain period of time. So that's why online education and assessment will be very important for all of us.
I'm sorry to hear that. Yes, the same thing happened in China in the past 2 months. We know exactly what you and your colleagues feel right now. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yes. If you need any help that we can offer, just tell me, and through email or other kinds of ways, and we believe we can work together under the situation.